What's going on, wayfinders? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Senja. I do have a couple of things to say about her after putting in probably another maybe 15 to 20 hours with her. As you can see, I'm currently level 29, about to finish her up. I have her pretty much in a good spot where I want to be, but before we talk about that, there's a couple of things I want to discuss about her and her kit specifically. Overall, I think the character is a really cool character. However, when going through the abilities, I really don't feel like everything is synergized that well. More specifically, the pummel. It just feels like, I don't know for anybody else, but for me, it just feels like the payoff takes too long to receive. The gain favor, the pull, and I mean the ult is just by itself. I don't even consider the ult, but the gain favor and the pull synergize really well because you can pull all the enemies towards you, taunt them, block whatever it is you got to do. The punch, however, feels like you're just waiting, then the payoff, and then with that, it's scaling off of the ability power, which for her I feel like is not really necessary because most of her abilities don't do any damage. Like the game favor, yeah, you pull them in, you pull them in and does like slight damage. I think when I finished the taunt at his fullest, I did like 100 and something damage. It's not really anything to write home about. The pull really doesn't do any damage either. And yes, I know people be like, well, you should build her with more ability power. It's like, it's not really worth it building ability power on her specifically. One thing that I would probably like to see change down the road for this character specifically is changing that pummel into maybe some kind of like 10 to 15 second window. Like when she gets hit, she gains more weapon power or resilience or something like that to make her a little bit more beefy, like a brawler type or something of that nature. I don't know what all content they have planned down the road, but I think that would synergize a lot better with her kit as far as being a brawler. But yeah, that's pretty much my little spiel about that. Let me know what you guys think about that portion. But now let's go ahead and get into the build specifically. As far as what I'm going for, as you can see, I'm more of a brawler. I'm in your face. I'm eating majority of the things that are being thrown at me. Now, I did tweak it a little bit prior to making this video where I did have over like 2.5k resilience, and that did make a big difference compared to what I have now. So with the resilience, I wasn't getting staggered as often. This one I'm getting staggered just a little bit more, but it's still not enough to take me out of the fight or whatever the case may be. So she's more in your face, as most people already know. Right now, the best weapon, in my opinion, on her is going to be the Titan's Bane. Just for the fact that you're not really going to be building ability power on her. The Titan's Bane's best two-handed sword. I'm waiting for them to fix the bug or the epitaph so I can get some gameplay in with it, because it throws me off a little bit seeing the gun there and I can't really tell my weapon swing motions and everything like that when I'm using the weapon. Titan's Bane is going to be the best weapon for her. You can use the Tempest. Tempest just goes well with anybody, especially with her being a bruiser, so she's going to be in mid to close range, which works really well with any of the shotguns. Daggers do work really well with her as well. Sword and shield can work depending on what masteries you go for. The stat, as you can see on the right, the stat that I'm focusing on the most would be weapon power, and then the defenses. The break is, by the time I'm finished, the break will be over 3k. Still trying to get that resilience back up, like I was stating earlier. As far as her kit, her abilities, excuse me, I'm doing gladiator, gain favor 3 maxed out. That way the crowd meter, it shoots up tremendously, so that way I'm close to hitting the max every time I use it. And then the pull, because they take more damage, I max that out. They take more damage when I pull them in, and then I can just do the the Titan's Bane weapon special and just clear out a whole pack of mobs that way. Affinity wise, I'm gonna do, well, I gotta wait for the reset, but it's gonna be 14, 0, 15. The reason for that is just for the fact that I take less damage when I'm showboating, and also the decay rate for that showboat meter goes down really, really slow. And then I'm reducing more damage while I'm showboating. Hopefully they get it to where we can do 30 and, I mean, 15 and 15 to make 30 even. So we can get another, so we can get 4 affinity perks instead of it just being 3 currently. As far as her mastery, I'm still kind of in the middle of the road as far as the one I'm running, the Stalwart Momentum. I feel like it has a place, but I don't really see the shield that gets applied unless it's just for the fact that I have too many buffs at the bottom of my bar and the shield can't be applied. I'm not sure how the whole bottom row works, whether or not once you have those full, you don't get any more. But I've only seen the shield actually like apply on my health bar to where I can visually see it one time out of all the times I've been using this. So if you're using a two-handed weapon, you're probably better off using inertia, just so that way you can run around with the momentum bar and just start swinging at everybody and everything like that. The twin strikers that I was using the iron step. So that way when I was using the blade dance, the ultimates, everything like that, I'm taking less damage, which of course goes hand in hand with you trying to be a bruiser. As far as the marksman ranged, marksman brawler, I mean, you're going to be doing more damage while you're in close to medium to close range. Exactly what you want to do. You're doing your job. Now, as far as the guardian melee, there was really only one I was looking at, and that was the grounded counter. And once again, there's a bug with a couple of the shields as well, sword and shields, that I'm trying to use. So I'm just waiting for them to fix that so I can actually get this running for the character. But right now, two-handed feels the best out of all the ones that I have tried. And that was pretty much every other one except for the sword and shield, because the one I want to run for the sword and shield is the tooth and claw, just for the fact that I can throw the shield and it bounces off of people and then I get the shield back, which also would work well for venomous and one of my other videos that I mentioned as well, just to get that proc off. That's neither here nor there. But overall, solid character. I think one of her abilities really needs to be worked on or reworked. I don't know really anybody that has gone ability power from what I've seen, and that's very telling for a character. If you can't go ability power on a character, that's really telling that the character's kit may be lacking, and that's why I feel like that either needs to be reworked. Either the whole kit needs to be reworked, or that one ability needs to be changed to something else that basically fits with what she's designed to do. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else that I may be missing? I went over abilities, got that was done. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or suggestions, I'm open to all feedback of any kind. I hope this suggestion guide video, whatever you want to call it, rant, helps you. As far as for those that want to play this character, I would highly recommend playing this character if you like bruiser type characters. Just so you can be in everybody's face and not care about most of the damage just being thrown out. Of course, there's going to be certain things you do have to dodge, but most of the time you hold left trigger or your block button, you're fine. Outside of that, hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will be seeing you in the next one. Until then, you all take care and be safe out there.